Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm back again with another video tutorial. Apple rolled out iOS 16, and with iOS 16 came out amazing and new features and new settings that are hidden. So today I'm going to show you 20 new amazing features that came out with iOS 16, and then you can take the most out of it. So let's begin. So the first major update is the security patch update. So before this, you would have to wait for Apple to roll out an update. It would always come with a yearly update where you would get all the new security patches, but now iOS has gave you the ability to update it separately. So if you go to your setting, then into the general portion, and after that go to the software updates, you'll find the automatic update window. So if you go there, you'll find a new option called security patches. So basically now what will happen is if you enable this feature, then every time Apple releases some new security patches, if there is something to do with the security, then your phone will get updated automatically when it's idle and it's not in use. So this is the brand new feature, and I will suggest everyone that they should enable this feature, and it'll come handy for all of you. It's going to save you from many bugs and exploits, and you know what I mean. So other than that, if you update your iPhone and you get any kind of error or any kind of feature that's not working, then you can go again to the about section of your phone, and from there you can see that if you have updated or installed any new security patch, then you can easily delete it from there. So for the second one, now you don't have to wait for CAPTCHAs. You don't have to wait to solve CAPTCHAs, because basically whenever you visit a site or visit an app, what would happen is it will tell you to solve a CAPTCHA to prove that you're not a robot. It's like a robot asking a human that prove that you're not a robot. It's kind of weird, right? So basically Apple find a way to deal with this. So to do it, what you need to do is go to your setting and then click on your Apple ID, and you'll see the option called password and security, and if you scroll down you'll find a option where you would see automatic verification. So basically what Apple has done is, with the collaboration with Cloudflare, now they will give you a private token through your phone. So if you are using your phone, definitely a bot or a robot doesn't use an iPhone, a person do. So through this they'll give you a token, and that token will be the identity of your phone. So every time you go to the internet and you're using the internet, through the token, the website or the application will know that this is a legitimate user, so they won't ask you for CAPTCHA. Okay, so the third feature that came out with iOS 16 is the Face ID, through which you can unlock knots. So basically before iOS 16, you would have to set a separate password for your knots. So every time you have to open your knot, you would have to enter that password, even though there was a feature of Face ID, but you weren't able to use it with the knots. So basically with iOS 16 they have made it possible that you can use your Face ID to unlock your knots, and they also gave you the option to use your phone's or your device's password as your knots password. So if you want to use this feature, what you got to do is go to the settings and scroll down and find knots, and inside there you would see the option of called password. If you go inside password, you would see two options. You can use the device password as the password for the note, or you can use a custom password which you want to set separately for the notes. And yeah, plus if you see an option below, you will see an option of using Face ID to unlock your notes if you want to. Okay, on fourth, it is featured photo. So basically this feature is kind of unique, and it's more like the slideshow. So on Windows and on Android it was previously available, so now iOS has also included this feature on their phone. So basically what it is if you go to your settings and scroll down and find photos, and inside there you would see an option of called featured content. If you click on featured content, basically what is this is it will show you pictures from your gallery on the widget or on or at places where the photos can be displayed. So basically what it is it's going to pick up photos or pick up pictures which the AI think is good for your memory, it is good to remind you of, and then it'll show you. If you're not comfortable with seeing 3-year, 4-year-old pictures of yours, then you can just disable it. So on fifth, I would say the brand new feature is punctuation with Siri. So before this you were able to dictate to Siri, and Siri would write it down for you in your notes and your messages. So but now they have added the ability to add punctuation to whatever you are saying. So basically Siri will take care of it. Siri will put the commas, the quotation marks, and the full stops where they are needed. You don't need to mess with them. So to enable this feature, what you got to do is go to your setting and then go to the General tab, and after that go to Keyboards. And then if you scroll down, you'll find an option called auto punctuation. If you toggled it on, then you would be able to talk to Siri or dictate to Siri, and Siri will write it down with punctuation. So yeah, here I'm going to show you a demo of it. So the other feature which I'm going to talk about is Haptic Keyboard. So there's a great new feeling to it. If you go to your setting, then you go to sound and haptics, and inside keyboard feedback, if you go and check the haptics, what's going to happen is, when you type and the keyboard makes a sound, yeah, that's kind of satisfactory, but the most satisfaction you will get out of this haptic keyboard feature. If you turn on this haptic keyboard and then you start typing, you won't even want to stop typing. This is kind of addiction, but you gotta check this out to know what it is. This is something you can only feel. I can't describe it to you without text, but you gotta check it out. The next thing that I'm going to tell you is the notifications on your lock screen. So basically, before this, on previous versions of iOS, you weren't able to customize your notifications, that how your notifications will appear there. In the iOS 16, you're able to set how you want to see your notifications on your lock screen. So basically, they have got you three options. There's count, there's stack, and there's list. If you toggle this one on, it's basically the old default notification window. But if you go to stack, what it's going to do is it's going to group the notifications for each app. So basically, if you got 8 notifications from Reddit, it's going to group them into one stack. And then there is list. What list is it's basically going to be like there right down there that you got like 8 notifications. That's it. And you can even see them on the screen. Moving on to the next one is the search button. So previously, that you had to scroll down to get to the search window or search for any app or setting. But now you're able to set it there in front of your screen. So to toggle it on, what you need to do is go to settings and then go to home screen. And on there, you need to click on show on home screen. So what's going to happen is it's going to show the search feature on your home screen. And if you don't want it, you can just toggle it off. And as you can see on the screen, it just goes and it just disappears from there. And it shows you the old dots of your window or your home screen where you were. So the next one is the weather app. Apple has made drastic changes to the weather app. So basically what it is it can show you prediction for next hour. So if you live in a region where the weather changed drastically, so you can now have weather prediction for next hours and next week. So what actually you need to do is go to your weather app, and on the bottom right corner you would see click on the list button, and on the top right corner you would see the option button. Click on that and it'll show you a bunch of options. You see a next hour prediction button there. If you toggle it on, the weather app will show you prediction for every next hour. So after that comes the brand new feature that came with Siri. So what Siri can do now for you is it can read out your notifications for you. So basically, now Siri can read out notifications for you. So what you got to do is go to settings and then go to accessibilities, and inside there you can go to Siri, and there you'll find option of announce notification on speaker. If you toggle it on, then Siri will be able to read out your notifications. So anyways, moving on. The other feature is also about Siri. So Siri can now hang up calls. So let's suppose you're getting an annoying call from your ex, so you can just hang it up by saying that Siri hang up the call, and Siri will hang up the call. And this feature is only available for iPhone 11 and onward. So moving on, this other feature is also about Siri. So as you know that whenever we are talking to Siri, Siri might cut us off in between the conversation. So now you have the option to set the amount of time, that how long you want Siri to wait for you to finish your sentence. If you go to the Siri setting, you can just adjust it to default, or you want Siri to wait for you for a little bit. You can find the feature there and you can set it according to your needs. So the next one is with the Mail app. So basically this is kind of good. I really find this handy because I'm the kind of guy who gets the last minute thoughts, or so this is basically the delay. So whenever you are sending an email, so now you can add a delay to it. So undo delay they call it. So basically you can add a 10 to 30 seconds of delay on your send button. So whenever you press the send button, you can have like that amount of seconds to cancel the sending option. This is kind of a good feature, especially when we are sending an email and we get a last minute thought or last minute change in our mind. So moving on, the next feature is about Safari. So now you are able to share the extensions in Safari. If you are logged in with the same Apple ID on different devices and you have any extension installed, so basically it'll sync. So basically you can use the extension cross-platform. So if you have any extension installed on a Mac on the Safari, so basically it will sync itself with the Safari on your phone and you can use that extension here too. So the next one is the depth effect. It has been on the internet everywhere. Everybody has been tweeting about it. Everybody's been talking about it. It's basically the new changes that you can make to your home screen. So basically, if you go to your home screen setting and you hold on to the widgets for a little longer, everything will start floating. So after that, you would see on the bottom right corner the three dots. If you click on the three dots now, you can add widgets or change the widget setting. So basically, if there are no widgets, then the depth effect will work. So basically, what the depth effect is, the clock can go behind any tower or any person or any kind of object there is on a picture. But you got to make sure that it is a high resolution picture for the AI to detect it and then blend the clock behind that picture. But there's also a downside. You can't use it with widgets. If you add any widgets to the screen, then the depth effect will disappear. Then the next one is automatic message send. So basically, this is that you can now dictate Siri and tell her to send a message, and Siri will forward that message or send that message onward. So basically, I'll show a demo here. You can see that how I talk to Siri and tell her to send a message, and it sends the message to my buddy George. Moving on to the next one is the focus mode. The focus mode is what I found really handy. Now you can set specific focus mode depending on what kind of environment you are in. Let's suppose you can set a specific focus mode for your study time, for your bedtime, for your work time, for your workout time, or for your playtime. So basically, what it does is it doesn't just. So basically, it's more than the focus mode that are available on other phones. Basically, what it does is now you can control which kind of context can get in touch with you, what kind of apps can be available during that time, what kind of screen you want. Let's suppose you want a separate lock screen for it, you want a separate home screen for it, you can have separate widgets for it, and which page you want to show off your home screen and which you don't. This is kind of really good if you are trying to stay away from certain app or certain people in certain part of what you're doing or certain time of your day. So this is really, I use it myself and I find it very handy. I hope you guys will also find it handy. This is a really great feature. This is one of my favorite features. That's why I kept it for the last. If you like this video, please drop a like and comment if you have any question. If you're facing any issue, I would make a video about it. I'll show you how to resolve it. And yeah, please subscribe for more videos just like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.